What's going on, my peoples? I go by the name of the Sorcerer, and I'm here to do a reading. This is especially for the 11/11 portal that's happening in the next 3 days. To my thoughts of the recording, I'm just not too sure, but around that time. But this is specifically for the 11/11 portal, and you know, at this time, because it's 11/11/11, if you add all the numbers up, it will be a triple 11, you know. And at the end of the day, it's about just setting your intentions when you're manifesting. Remember your affirmations, and you know, even if it's like 3 days before November the 11th and 3 days after, I believe, to my knowledge, that's okay. That's the window of you making sure that you manifest your thoughts, just bringing these thoughts into reality as we speak. And this is a little special reading for everyone that's supported me during this tremendous journey that I'm going through, you know. And I just want to thank everybody that's liked, commented, subscribed. So far, you know, I'm building as we speak, and I just want to say I love you all. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's do a spread and see what happens regarding your with the portal. Interesting. Wow, a lot of powerful cards, you know. Beautiful reading. It's all about, and I'm just going to give you just a quick overview before I go through all the cards, but it's all about setting the intentions, you know, from the back, and making sure that it's you're really committed to, you know. There's no point in saying to yourself, you know, that you want to, your intentions are wanting to be a fireman, but you don't want to actually go through the courses and go and do the hard work as we speak. So it's all about, you know, having the intentions of doing something, knowing that it's potentially going to have you making and doing the application as you're going through your journey. Now, for me, what I see is somewhere in terms of your career, and I think it's obviously money orientated, or I know it's money on orientated as well. And it's a case of you wanting to bask in that, you know, moment of yourself saying that I've earned it. But this comes through with the moon card. You've got the moon card over here, and when you get the moon card, right, let me just get that on focus. When you get the moon card, you know, people assume that the moon card is like, you know, a bad card, or, you know, it's a slow energy card. But guess what? Use that time and take that and make that to your advantage. And that's a case of, if the energy is slow, it's a case for you to basically just say this. Make a plan, write down your intentions, stick to these plans, and go forth with your ideas, and make sure you are consistent, because these are the days when it counts. It's not when the good days happen, it's when the bad days happen. You don't want to do it. You want to wake up in the morning and you want to continuously say, do I still have it in me to do so? And if the answer is yes, then you should do so. And you know what? That's where a lot of people fail. It's the consistency factor. It's not just, you know, I can say, you know, I can say this, I want it, but how much do you really want it? Are you prepared to do all the work as it is, And I believe that you are. You have the action to really want to do things, and say, this is what I shall do. I'm going to just take it on. Because you want the successes, you want to spoil the shares, you want everything there that comes with it, and you're ready to make these sacrifices. It's a case of you at this moment in time as well, with the 1111 portal, is to really set an intention of saying what you really want, and it's a case of you filtering through, or even asking, but when you're setting your intentions, it could lead to something else. But you just have to really be, for me, specific and optimistic about where you want to go to. Because, say you want to do somewhere in terms of your business. Let's say your IT course. Let's just say, let's call it an IT course. And then you've been guided to get your IT course. This is an example. You may not become a data analyst, but you'll end up being a data technician. It's still in the same sort of like field, slightly different, slightly altered, but it's still part of the route that you're going to, and so that's what it's all about. It's about setting your intentions and having that optimism, because you gotta trust the universe and source and taking you where you're going, because at the end of the day, they're going to put these shifts and put you into gears where it will all make sense. Because you've got the wild card, as you can see, over there, if I just get that, followed by the 6 of Wands, right? So for me, it's pretty much this, right? You've got the world in your hands when you really want things, and it's a case of you, wherever you touch, it's going to turn to gold. But that's why it's so important for you to have your intentions and doing the things that you are trying to create as you're speaking. Create as we speak. Right. You've got the Temperance card, as you can see, the Temperance card, right? And the Temperance card, wow, paired with the Fool card. I mean, those two cards are literally just saying trust the process and take a leap of faith. It's a beautiful card because it's like wherever you will go, you will grow, because you're guided anyway. You got the Sun, you got the most powerful card in the deck, which is the Sun anyway, followed by the Temperance saying to trust the process, and the Fool. The Fool card, as the Fool will go, he will grow. And the Fool is being like shown the light by the Sun, and he's blessed as he's going. And what I love about this is that you've also got the 8 of Cups. So whatever happens, even if it's light or day, you're still going to be making movements, and it's about you setting that intention. And I feel like, you're going to see changes, but you're not going to see obvious changes just yet. It's not a rebirth. For me, it's not a rebirth. It's just an upgrade. It's not a complete change in terms of like who you are as a person. You just you woke up, you're like, oh my God, I just decided to just, take a diversion and I'm going to do a complete 180. It's not that. It's basically, for me, it's more of an upgrade. And I think it's the initial change, because you got the Death card in reverse. The initial change is going to give you adverse effects. So, and it's how you're going to react to it that's going to give you the adverse effects. This can come from your purging, this could come from ascension symptoms, but don't fear it. This is just part of the change, This is part of the mechanism as we speak, And at the end of the day, the way I see it, just because you might see the adverse changes as, 2 steps back, it's really going to bring you 5 steps forward, And it's a case for you to just say, you know what, I'm going to understand that I might have to take these back steps as a form of sacrifice, but at the end of the day, the long-term goal is it's going to bring me bring me the blessings that I want, you know. You've got the Magician in reverse, followed by the Queen of Cups. And you've got these pairings. The Magician is about you having the it's you having the disbelief and the doubt of what's working and how the universe is working, because you will feel frustrated because you want, as us human beings in this planet, us beings, we always want to see physical receipts. We want to see changes. We want to see things initially, but it's what you don't see is going to basically curate an atmosphere of that initial like OMG moment, because you have to really trust and surrender source that it's working, you know, that you'll have that aha moment. And it's a case of you, and in the Queen of Cups, is having that, and I'm going to say emotional maturity and control during this time, you know. And I think that even you feel like there are doubts, it's a case of you continuously surrendering to source and just understand that you've got to trust the process. Trust the process of things, and it will show. It will eventually show, but you gotta give it time. You know, no bread's cooked if it's like if you continuously open the oven. You know, it's just gonna become undercooked. You're gonna have to let it happen at the right time, in the divine's time. Right. You've got Judgment. And paired with the King of Cups. And as you can see, these are messages that you'll be getting. I believe this is you getting your aha moment and you stepping into your power eventually through the 1111 portal. And then, as you can see the Archangel like blowing its horn, and that's just a message that you'll be getting, you know. And I'll see you getting your downloads. You'll be waking up from your dreams and you'll be getting these type of messages. What I'd advise you to do is, you believe in signs and synchronicities, is for you to have a notebook or use your phone as a notepad and initially look out for the signs and write them down as soon as you can, because they will leave clues. You know, spirit will always leave clues. Spirit will always guide you, even when you don't see it. It's that effect of you having to trust source and you understanding that it's like watching a film. Okay, and then when you're watching your favorite film or you're watching a certain family film, they will leave Easter eggs. These Easter eggs are hidden messages. This is essentially what the universe does when you're getting your downloads, or when you're getting your dreams, or when you're seeing things that you don't see in the 3D just yet. You're going to be given clues during this time. All right. I'd say 1111 a portal. I'd say as well. You've got the 6 of Cups, and I see you with the Justice card. My thing is this: anything that you have to deal with from, and my advice is, there's going to be energy shifts during that time. What I'm going to advise you is this: try to stay away from confrontations. You know, you can get mixed messages, you know, along the way. Try to be concise with what you're saying, clear with your communications. Make sure that, you know, if you're not sure, get clarity. It's all about you getting clarity, because I see it being a miscommunication which could lead to arguments potentially, and you don't want that. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. You don't want that. You know what I mean? So, as again, it's about remaining balanced, but making sure that the clarity is there when you're communicating. And a lot of people not very good communicators. So I advise you just to basically just be like, you know what? It's time that I don't understand what you mean, but I don't want to I don't want to make sure that whatever I say next could come across disrespectful. Or if you feel that person's been disrespectful, or it's best to just call them up and just pick up the phone, or just be like, look, I just need a bit of clarity of what you meant there. But try to avoid confrontation, you know. So time about you manifesting, and any sort of diversion is just going to hold you down, is going to reroute you, and you're going to be diverted, and you won't be able to set your intention straight. All right. Yes. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune next, followed by the Ten of Wands, and it's about you releasing, surrendering anything that doesn't see fit for you in terms of like what's holding you down. It's a time for you to remove the, you know, add the weight that's there, and it's something where I see you should remove any sort of illusions or stress, things that you can't control, the added weight, added baggage that doesn't see any value for you to bring it forward, to bring things forward. Because you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is a time for you to open up, go through that portal, go through that door. You know, 11, as you see, as you look clearly, is like a doorway. You know, but if you have things that will hold you down, you won't be able to get there. So as I said, release, 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 release. Release that's not giving you peace. And that's it, really. Again, what I will say is, your next card is the Two of Wands, followed by the Five of Swords, and that's your advice. Well, the Two of Wands in reverse is about introspection rather than external, looking through the world externally, looking through the world. It's about you setting your intentions, letting go of things that you don't see fit for you to ingest, for you to take in, or for you to have. This is a case of you really setting your goals, and you know, it's okay to be selfish at this time. You've got to, this is about you. It's always been about you. All right? So set these intentions and let go of things that you don't see fit as something that you're going to bring forward. You know, I see a lot of people releasing, and I feel like people are starting to awaken. A lot of people are waking up to these things, and they're setting their you know, their intentions, and they're manifesting, and I see a lot more people do that. And I think the energy collectively is a lot of releasing and a lot of like purging, shedding of the skin, you know, and people who understand when they're awakened that you can't bring certain things in if you're going to a different room or you're going to a portal. And leads to my final cards, and that is the World card, followed by the Tower. And once you go into this portal, right, it's going to be big changes, and you accept it, you claim it, you know, accept what's there that you've been working on, that you've been manifesting, that you've been boldly wanting for so long, because you are now creating as you are existing. You are living what you've been manifesting, and then you realize that you are the universe as we speak. So these are beautiful cards. These are massive changes, massive shifts, and the Tower is just a confirmation. And the World card, as you can see, it's also a reef, which reef, as you go in, is basically a portal. I'm just covering her because YouTube, you know, YouTube don't want to show a little bit of, you know what, but it's cool, but as I was saying, like, it's a case of you just, you know, accepting, claiming that you are going into this portal, that it is your time, you know, and at the end of the day, your time, your moment, your dreams, you know it and you'll become it. It's a beautiful reading. You've got the Sun, you've got the Fool card, which is renewal, you've got completion, which is the Ten of Pentacles, you've got the Moon card, which I like the polarity, because 1111 is about polarity as well, you know, the light and dark, the light and shadow, you know, and this is about finding and meshing it all together and understanding that there are parts in your life that you need to give balance to as well. And I see that. I do see a balance. I do see you needing to, you're accepting things but also releasing things, you know. I also see you taking on, certain things without having any doubts and filtering through those things. I just see there's beautiful energy going forwards. Beautiful energy. And it's about you doing it all with grace, as you can see. When I say with grace, gratitude, give thanks to give thanks for breath. The universe will do its work as long as you work with the universe and surrender. But also give thanks. I go by the name of the Sorcerer. I hope you like this reading. Love, peace and light. One love.
Sorcerer.